Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dubai Sports Hub. This evening, we'll be taking a preview of the West Indies versus Bangladesh upcoming series. This series should be an interesting one, with both teams going at each other for quite some time now, pretty evenly matched. And I can't believe that I would live to see the day when West Indies were underdogs. I can't believe this. West Indies versus Bangladesh, us being underdogs, is quite a surprise and one which is very, very difficult to accept. Without further ado, what we will be looking into this evening will be the squads, players to watch. Let's look at their previous forms, head to head, etc., etc., and what we can look for from a West Indies standpoint in the future. Now, in the last few series, West Indies have been properly humiliated by Australia, by Nepal, and who else was the other one? Off the top of my head, I think it was Pakistan. While we showed a bit of fight against Pakistan and the others, it was quite disappointing as to our showing against Nepal in most recent memories and against India, which is fresh in the Test series. Now, I will not be judging them based on the loss in the Test series. That would be quite unfair, and it would not be something that would be wise to do, so to speak. This is now an ODI series, and let's give them their fair shot. Let's give them their fair shot. All right? So, looking into this test match, we have Shai Hope going up against Mehedi Hassan Mirage. Now, Mehedi has done his thing for quite some time. He has been a standout performer for Bangladesh, and I mean, he has done pretty well, one would say. He's young. He did go through the under 19 series. I think it was the same time that Shimran Hetmai and those other guys were there. And to our surprise, this kid really came through and made a name for himself and is now the captain of Bangladesh. As far as Shai Hope is concerned, he needs no introduction. Shai Hope on his way to arguably becoming a West Indies great. He has demonstrated the temperament, the talent, and the capability to play at this level on a consistent basis. And when I say play at this level, I mean in the ODI and T20 series. Shai Hope of 8 years ago is a far cry from what we have here now. This Shai Hope is not really who we are used to. The quality in terms of Test cricket is not there, but we're not here to judge him on Test cricket or anything. He's here for one day, which is his element. Our current day Brian Lara, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Flamboyant, and Mr. Dependable, as far as I am concerned, with Shai Hope. Now, we'll take a quick look at the teams that will be playing here this week. Now, as far as West Indies is concerned, we have a few new faces here. We have Akeem August, we have Alec Athanaze, and let's get this a bit bigger. But yeah, man, August, Athanaze, Brandon King, Kesey Carty, Sherfane Rutherford makes a return, Justin Greaves, Carrie Pear, Romario Shepherd, Ruston Chase, Amir Jangu, skipper Shai Hope. Moving on, we have Gudakish Moti, Jediah Blades, Jaden Seals, and Shamar Joseph are the fast bowlers that we have on show. Looking at the Bangladesh team, they have Najmul Hussain Shanto, Tanzid Hassan, Tajid Hidroy, and he has been around for quite some time, Mehdi Hassan Miraz, or their captain, Rishad Hussain, who is somebody who you can look out for. He's a leg spin bowler, and yeah, this kid will give a bit of trouble if given the opportunity to play. Salif Hassan, Shamim Hassan, Shumoya Sharkar, who is a veteran of this team now, Jakar Ali, pretty consistent, and Mohammed Islam. Moving on, Hassan Mahmood, the Fizz Mustafizur Rahman, who is also a veteran of this team, Tanvir Islam, Tanzim Hassan Shakib, Taskin Ahmed. A look at Bangladesh recent fixtures. They did beat Sri Lanka in a few well, not in a few matches. It was in the Asia Cup. Then they lost to India, Pakistan. They got a win in the ODI series that they had against Afghanistan. They also lost again to Afghanistan, and it was quite a humbling experience for them because Afghanistan did win the two last matches there quite convincingly, if you ask me. They will be looking to bounce back against the West Indies as far as their own confidence and consistency is concerned. West Indies, on the other hand, in terms of limited overs cricket, boy, we have been disgraced by Pakistan. We have been utterly spanked by Nepal, and I refuse to get into that. India made light work of us in the recent Test series, and We as well are looking forward to at least saving a bit of face and bouncing back against Bangladesh. In no way, shape, or form. And I'm saying this with chest. I'm putting my head on the line. I'm putting the reputation on the line. We should beat Bangladesh. We should spunk up Bangladesh and let them know that West Indies cricket is not something to be trifled with. West Indies cricket is not something to be trifled with. Guys, you need to go out there, put on a performance, and beat them up. Without a doubt, beat up Bangladesh. Put them in their places. In no way, shape, or form should us as a nation, who have been struggling, so to speak, I must emphasize that. While we have been struggling, we have our pride. And if you guys mean the region any good, you need to go out there and put on a show. And I don't just mean put on a show where one or two persons perform well and then the rest is crap. Absolutely not. We in the Caribbean will be up in the night from 2:30 a.m. watching and supporting you guys. And if we no bat last, some persons will wake later to ensure that the batting goes through. But what I can give West Indies credit for, the bowlers have been pretty consistent. They have been on top of every single opponent that they have faced, with the exception of India recently, where they are yet to bowl out India. However, Australia got the brunt of our bowling. India got the better of us. Nepal got the brunt of our bowling. It is just our batting. Hence why I will not be spending too much time bothering the bowlers, because Seals, Joseph, Moti, Hussein, all those guys are doing pretty well in terms of remaining consistent, restricting the opposition to respectable scores and quite gettable scores as well. Absolutely unacceptable for anything less than a win from these gentlemen. I hope that we would have gathered a bit of confidence, self-belief, especially from the exploits of the West Indies in the second test, second innings as well against India, where John Campbell and Shea Hope, they put on a good show. They did put on a good show, and I hope that we would have, one would say, have a bit of belief, as far as their performance is concerned. It would have been nice if we had won that match, but that's water under the bridge. What we have now is an opportunity to strike, an opportunity to make a statement, an opportunity to jump ahead in a 3-match series against a team that we should be spanking left, right, and center. And I cannot overemphasize the importance of making us in the Caribbean feel well. And the few West Indians who may be there in the stadium at the Sherry Bangla Stadium over there in Bangladesh, that starts in a few hours. It's now 7 p.m. Jamaica time. So let's see, in about 7 hours time, so I would surmise everybody's in bed sleeping. And we're talking about the West Indies players here to go out and perform tomorrow morning, and put on a beautiful show. I say the bowlers run through them, bang, bang, bang. We hit off those runs. How do we hit off those runs instead of just a bang, bang, bang? We need somebody to hold on one end while another person plays aggressive. And when I say aggressive, I don't mean stupidly aggressive. Positive stroke playing, bearing in mind the situation, reading the game, and also putting on a show, because cricket is for the fans and we should never forget that. So mediocrity will not be accepted or be stood for in terms of West Indies cricket. Yes, we all have our challenges and qualms about the coach, and it is justified to some extent. To some extent, the criticism of Darren Sammy is justified. When you're going to get quite personal with persons, especially cricketers, I did not like the way that Nicholas Pooran was treated, but hey, there's always two sides to a story. I did not like the way that Joshua De Silva was treated. Always two sides to a story. But there's a reoccurring pattern here where Darren Sammy and his players and the players that are in the pool for him to choose from are not getting along. Now, I'll be the first to say, if these guys are indisciplined, get out. Out, get out. If they're indisciplined, get out. Get rid of all indisciplined West Indies cricketers. And we do not hold back on saying that. We do not, we say this without any apology. If you're an indisciplined cricketer who is not committed to the cause, let's shake hands, let's go. No, that being out there, if you're a coach and you're personally intervening with your feelings and allowing your feelings to coach the team, we have a problem. Get out. We have a serious problem the moment that you come as a coach in the West Indies and as somebody like Darren Sammy who has faced adversity, who knows what it takes, who knows what it's like to rise above all the criticism, and trust me, we're leveling some criticisms at him, which is quite justified. But as somebody who has come through this, more is expected of you, Darren Sammy. More is expected of your leadership, more is expected of your coaching, and put your silly feelings aside and pick the right players, get some legends involved to help groom them, get some persons involved to help support their mindset, get some persons involved to ensure that West Indies cricket is not embarrassed any further than it has been. Just recently, I went to Sabina Park to watch the matches, the T20 matches against Australia, as I was unable to take in the test. God knows why I was unable to take in the test, because I would probably still be reeling from that 27 all out. But hey, we brushed that aside. But watching the West Indies, how they played, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot at that time. Poor feeling, and the batting let us down. The bowlers were quite good. We made some very good scores at times. I think once, however, we fell into a lot of trouble as far as that is concerned. Tev, respect for the follow. And yeah, share your thoughts on West Indies versus Bangladesh. West Indies being the underdog. I cannot believe that in my lifetime I'm seeing the beloved West Indies being an underdog to Bangladesh, of course. Unbelievable. That being said, let us take a look at the head-to-head between Bangladesh and West Indies. Now, the head-to-head between West Indies and Bangladesh, they've played a total of 47 ODI matches. West Indies winning 24, Bangladesh winning 21. When I first saw this stat, I was very, very surprised. When did Bangladesh win so many matches against West Indies? The last time I can remember, every time Lara and those guys were playing Bangladesh, it was 5-0, 4-0 whitewash. Which means ever since that WICB and Weeper and Chris Gayle and those guys falling out, I think it was back in 2010, 09, 010, when they had Floyd Reefer captaining the West Indies team against Bangladesh. And boy, did they take that opportunity. Bangladesh spunked West Indies. I think we got a clean whitewash at that time. We did receive another one, but hey, other teams receive it. South Africa received a blast from them as well, and a few more teams. They call it the Bangla wash. Well, we're not here for that. West Indies, we're not here to get any form of Bangla wash from Bangladesh. They are mediocre, and they should be treated as such. No one would say, Dubai, how are you talking like that? Well, you are mediocre, or you're getting mediocre. We're not there yet. And we have quality players who are better than Bangladesh. They always say you can play only who is in front of you. Let's play Bangladesh. Let's pay them a visit. Let's deal with their cases. And let's get rid of them off this thing, man. Beat up them, man. Bangladesh deserve to get beaten up in convincing fashion, just as India has spunked West Indies. Definitely. Continuing, Bangladesh winning 21 compared to our 24. Right? Which, flip that in reverse, it speaks of the losses, and 2 games ended in a no result. In test, it's more on the West Indies side. Yeah, West Indies has always been having the upper hand against Bangladesh in test cricket. Yeah, I think I can remember Chris Gayle hitting the first ball of a test match in Bangladesh for 6 as well. If it's not Bangladesh, it's Sri Lanka. But it's one of them. Back to the matter at hand. With the upcoming fixtures for West Indies, let's have a look ahead to these fixtures. After hopefully beating up Bangladesh, West Indies will go over there to New Zealand for 5 T20s, 3 ODIs, and 3 tests. What better way to build confidence, get yourself into form, boost the morale of the players and the fans back here in the Caribbean, because the team will be away for quite some time. We won't see another West Indies match in the Caribbean until way down in next year. So 5 T20s, 3 ODI, 3 tests versus New Zealand down under. Very, very tough opponent. But for the guys from the West Indies who are players to watch, Kesey Carty, Alec Athanaze, Shea Hope, and Justin Greaves, Ruslan Chase, these guys need to fill their boots over here, get in form, because when you go over there to New Zealand, those pitches will be tricky. The fast bowlers are brutal over there, and it's their conditions. They will not be making pitches to suit West Indies. One would say Bangladesh could do the same, not making pitches to suit West Indies either. But 2 different kettle of fish. There are levels to this. There's Bangladesh level, there's New Zealand level, there's England, Australia, India level. But we should be right there, in between. Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and those guys, yes, they're falling down. And we should keep them down by beating the crap out of them. Beating them. Thanks everyone for watching. Share your comments about the upcoming series, West Indies versus Bangladesh, in the comment section. Don't be a fool or a stranger. Join us. Subscribe to Dubai Sports Hub on YouTube. Join us on TikTok. We have quite a few sports initiatives that is on the plate. Following up this live, we will be having a preview show of the Manchester United versus Liverpool match, which is coming up on Sunday. We will also be doing some gaming throughout the course of the evening. All right? Thanks for watching.